before we get on the topic of some viewer questions, I just wanted to let you all know that this arrived. This is, well, quite obviously, as you can see, it is the art of Godzilla King of the Monsters. Now, that arrived yesterday, just after I did yesterday's show, where I actually discussed getting that and trying to figure out when it was arriving. I am actually going to be doing a giveaway. I've got 3 copies to give away. So we will be organising that very, very soon. So you must stay tuned for that video. It's really important that you probably hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, because it will be out for a limited time. And you will probably want to know when that video is released. But it's just to let you know that that video will come. And then also I will probably do a very informal sit-down review of this book. It's a beautiful book. It's very, very interesting to see how they went from some of the designs to what we ended up with. It's genuinely quite an interesting book. And there's some very interesting snippets about the Titans in there, which we didn't get in the film. And it also answers some questions. So I'm not going to reveal too much because I don't want to talk spoilers for people that haven't seen the film. But yeah, expect that video coming soon, and expect some deep dive videos about the book as well. And then also, guys, just as a quick side note before we get into the viewer questions, for those people that have been waiting my spoiler review, that will be out within the next 2 days. I've managed to get to team up with another kind of big Godzilla YouTuber. So we're going to sit down and discuss it in a very informal podcast basis. And then I'll be releasing that here on the channel. So guys, let's get into some viewer questions, because that is what we need to do now. So if you want your viewer question answered, please do submit them over to me at Gmail, mrhreviews@gmail.com, by using the subject line, The Wrap Up. And then hopefully at the end of this daily show, we can get to some of your viewer questions. But Kieran asked, "Hey Mr. H, I'm a long-time fan of your channel, love all your work." Thank you so much, Kieran. I sort of have 2 questions, if that's alright. Absolutely it is. My first question is, do you think there's a possibility we'll see Kaiju not from film, as a way not to limit themselves to only using Toho's creations, especially if Toho aren't wanting to give them more Kaiju? So obviously he's referring to the Monsterverse, the rights deal between Toho, and the possibility of not seeing Kaiju or other giant monsters from other movies, and just using them from other kind of materials. So he uses an example. He says, "I'd say the best example would be Nemesis from the Project Nemesis books, which is a really good book. And do you think that they'll expand on the more otherworldly side of the Monsterverse, being the fact that Ghidorah is from space and things like this?" So with respect to that, probably not. Probably not, because this is Toho's universe. I mean, it's a legendary Warner Bros. Co-production alongside Toho. They are listed in the credits. It's unlikely that they'll get the rights to other monsters and kind of put them in. They'd sooner create their own, I think, and they have done. They've created their own a few times, so probably not. The otherworldly aspect of the Monsterverse, I think they probably will expand upon it. If the Monsterverse continues after Godzilla vs. Kong, then I think that they probably will. Just because why would they include Ghidorah being, from space? Otherwise, it just seems a bit of a moot point at that moment in time. So, yeah, I hand it on over to you guys, though. What do you guys think? Do you think there's a possibility that they would use Kaiju not from movies and include, kind of giant monsters from books and things like that? And do you think they'll expand on the otherworldly aspects of the Monsterverse? So